Hey guys, my name is Anand and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about Google responsive search ads. I'll be explaining what exactly is this new feature that Google has launched or yet to launch. It's still in beta version, but some of the advertisers can already start using responsive search ads. So I'll be explaining what exactly it is, some of the key advantages, and I'll be showing you how you can create responsive search ads in your Google AdWords account. So let's get started. So with responsive search ads, Google has basically increased the limit. So with the new feature, you can display up to 3 headlines instead of 2 headlines. So in the older version, you can only show 2 headlines, but with responsive search ads, Google will show up to 3 headlines, which is fantastic. You are also able to display up to two 90-character description fields instead of only one 80-character description. So that basically gives you more opportunity to talk about your product service. You are able to promote your brand much more effectively because you can give additional information about your brand or business. The next one is with the new responsive search ads, you can provide up to 15 headline variations, which is mind blowing because in the older version, you can only add up to 2 headlines. But with the new one, you can test out 15 different headline variations. And finally, you can provide up to 4 description variations. So these are some of the new changes that is still in the beta version, and Google will definitely make sure that it launches this feature to all the Google AdWords account pretty soon. I'm sure it's going to launch like in the next 1 or 2 months. So in terms of how exactly this will work, Google will dynamically combine headlines and descriptions. So when you add multiple headlines and descriptions, Google will actually test different combinations, and basically it will serve the best performing combination in real time. So what happens is Google uses its machine learning software or algorithm to find out the best combination of headline and description, and the combination that gives you maximum return on investment or maximum results, it is going to pick that version and it's going to display it dynamically. So you don't have to manually create multiple ad groups and try out different variations of headlines and description. So gone are the days of A/B testing. With Google's new responsive text ads, you can depend on Google's machine learning and AI software to find out which creative and which headlines and description combination will give you maximum results. So that's how this new feature is going to work. The next one is in terms of key advantages. The responsive text ads is going to adapt to device widths. So if you're on mobile, obviously your text and headlines is going to wrap around that small screen, so it's going to adapt based on the device. The other second advantage is it's going to provide you more real estate to share your message. Obviously, since you're getting one additional headline and one additional description with an increase in terms of character limit, you're getting more real estate to share your message. The third advantage is Google will be able to handle the part of A/B testing. You don't have to manually go through ad group and ad creation and try out different variations. Now the fourth advantage is very important because with this real responsive text ads, you are able to compete in more auctions. The reason being, since you're adding more headlines and descriptions, you can actually trigger your ad based on additional search queries because you are able to add more data, more text. You maximize the chances of matching the search query or the keyword with your headline and description. So naturally, your ad quality score is going to increase, and thereby you can enter into more auctions. And when you enter into more auctions, the chances of you winning that auction increases. So that's how you are able to increase your campaign performance. So these three advantages: compete in more auctions, match more search queries, and increase campaign performance. I think this is the most important, what do you call, unique selling factor of this new feature, because everyone wants to optimize their Google Ads campaign, and everyone is working on, trying out different things. But with this responsive text ads, you are actually able to enter into more auctions and maximize your search queries and your ad getting triggered. So that's how this is going to work. And in terms of how the ads will be shown, depending on the device, competition, and how much how busy the search engine results pages are, at least 2 headlines and a description will be shown. So there's no guarantee that all the 3 headlines will be shown, but at a bare minimum, at least 2 headlines and 1 description will be shown. But if you want to make sure that a particular headline or a description needs to be shown in the ad for sure, then what you need to do is you need to force Google to show a particular headline by pinning that headline. And if you want to force Google to show a particular description, then you need to pin that description. So that's how you can force Google and make sure that your headline or description is displayed for sure. So let's jump into our AdWords account and see how to configure or how to add those additional headline and description. So now I'm in my ad group and I'm actually editing my ad, and as you can see, Google has provided this new option over here, and basically you can add a additional headline saying visit website and contact sales, or I don't know, you can say visit website and watch webinar. So I'm adding one additional headline, and as you can see, this new feature over here, the third headline, this was not there in the older text ads. This is what Google added in the new feature, and again, when you scroll down and you get to see this additional description too. So the description too was not available in the old text ad. This is a new addition. So that's how and Google, look at this, Google clearly says that description 2 may not always show, because as I mentioned in my presentation, it depends on the device, it depends on the how many people are going to use it, or the competition, and based on that, Google is going to display headline 3 and description 2 dynamically or in real time, and it's based on Google's machine learning algorithm. And I want to mention that right now I'm in my beta version, but when Google officially launches responsive text ad, you can actually add up to 15 headlines and 4 description, which is awesome. And it's gonna add features like showing you the score of your ad. So what I mean is, I'm not sure if you guys have tried responsive display ad, but I have already created a campaign with responsive display ad, and as you can see, I'm able to add up to 5 options. Like I'm able to add up to 5 headlines and 5 different descriptions, and the more headlines and descriptions you add, your asset progress score is going to increase, and Google is going to give you a score in terms of ad strength. So I'm sure Google will implement this feature in the text ad as well, but you can already create responsive display ad. So I recommend you checking out how to create a responsive display ad. If you don't know how to create that, let me know in the comment section and I'll create a separate video tutorial on that. But this is something to keep in mind. So that's it guys for this video in terms of Google responsive search ads. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because I post weekly digital marketing videos, and I will see you next time.